Hello, ladies and gents. Let me just pull up my chat app. And there we go. So happy to see this. Let's go. Yep. Will do. No problem. So, ladies and gents, welcome to the channel. Mantok Productions here. This evening, which you will actually see, the eagle-eyed amongst you watching will say, hey, the sun does not set in the east. This is Amsterdam, facing eastward. I've set the world time to the morning, because as I take off, I want to land in the morning time, in the daytime, as opposed to landing in the nighttime, because it's currently nighttime. Or it will be by the time I landed. So where we are right now is we are in Amsterdam. Let's just look. It looks like is there an aircraft over there? We are in Amsterdam, and we're going to be flying to Dublin this evening on VATSIM in the PMDG DC6 for Microsoft Flight Simulator in the KLM livery. Hey, Jonathan. Hey there. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, doing very well. Thank you. Just wanted to take advantage of some of the ATC this evening on VATSIM, and I wanted to... I can see Dublin is online there. I took off from Dublin on VATSIM the other day after recently getting the scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. But the visibility wasn't very good, and we didn't really see Dublin as a scenery package. So I'm hoping that on landing in Dublin from Amsterdam, I hope to get a bit of actual scenery going on, which is why I've set it to the daytime, as I said. So that is pretty much the setup for today. If I go to little nav map, let's let's just see what we have here. Delete that. Let's just drag this over here so you can see what's going on. So if I zoom in to begin with, if I right click and I go set Schiphol as departure, and then my first VOR inbound to the UK, it could be Clacton. It could be Clacton. Actually, let's just make it Clacton. And then from Clacton, I could go up to Honolly. And then from Honolly, I could go up to Swansea, maybe? No, Shawbury. Let's go up to... No. Add via Mardini to Shawbury. So from Shawbury, into Dublin. So that may seem like a bit of a weird flight plan, but actually because of the way set Dublin as destination. Nice. I'm in Italy, heading in Croatia on VATSIM. Oh, okay. That's good to know. So some of you may think that's a bit of a weird flight plan, but the problem is there's very few actual VOR DMEs in East Anglia, which is weird because it's so flat out there. There's no VOR DMEs like one of these. This is a VOR DME. There's VORs, sure, but there's no VOR DMEs, which are kind of helpful for navigating in the DC6 with radials. I mean, there's one up here. There's a Trent. It is kind of a frustrating portion of the southern English country for that. So, like I say, we're going to depart and we're going to fly into Clacton, Honolly, Shawbury, and out to Dublin. That's going to be the idea. We'll see how far we go. This is about 425 nautical miles. And we'll see if we can make it up to 15,000 feet. I think we should. That's no problem. Of course, the outbound departure from Amsterdam, we don't really know what that's going to look like, but we'll do what we can. More ATC coming online all the time, so we'll be going through the London TMA and outbound up. So, and as you can probably notice, the light is getting brighter and brighter all the time instead of darker and darker. So that's good. Let's just jump into our flight deck. We're going to be doing this whole flight without the automated flight engineer. So that's going to be fun. We are going to be using our checklists, such as these, and Navigraph charts. And I'm hoping... Oh, no, okay, let's actually just see if we can get this to work then. Let's just scan that bad boy. And log ourselves in. Like so, like so. Okay. I wish I didn't have to do this every single time, but there we go. Okay. So. Right. EHAM. Search. Amsterdam. SIDS. Well, we'll just hear what Tower has to say, and then we'll go from there. Oh, let's actually just get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. Double check we are indeed online. That is correct. We shouldn't really be Squawk Mode Charlie yet, so let's turn that off. First things first is to do the first item on the checklist, which is... oh, actually, no, sorry. Excuse me. Let's go to SimBrief. Let's log into SimBrief, and SimBrief will give us some flight planning, some fuel planning advice. Log in using SimBrief. Remember me. Log in. So, dispatch system. Create new flight plan. Using my Douglas DC6. So let's just drag this over. We're using the Douglas DC6. We are going to have units in pounds, and we're going to have 1,000 pounds. Let's go with 500 pounds more fuel than needed extra. That's apart from all of the normal contingencies. Hey, Ian. Traveling home on the train. Soon we'll catch you in the recording later, or live in about an hour if you're still on. We'll do to Ian. Good to see you. We're going EHAM, Clacton, Honolly, Shawbury, EIDW. Analyze route. Ooh, invalid response. Right. Did I... I mean... EHAM, direct to Clacton, direct to Honolly, direct to Shawbury, direct to EIDW. Okay, that's not going to help us then, which is a bit sad. That usually works. Oh, stupid me. Of course, didn't put my departure and arrival in yet. That would make sense, right? Now, let's go EHAM direct Clacton. Oh, Clacton direct Honolly direct Shawbury direct EIDW. Now that will work. Right, 425 miles. I usually don't put too much else in that I really need. It's just the fuel KLM 933. 933. It's usually the fuel that's the most important thing for me. So if I hit generate flight plan, that is going to give me okay, so if I scroll down to the flight plan, it's these numbers right here that's really important. 9985 pounds and a few other things, the 0 fuel weights and so forth. That's what we're going to be using. So now having done that, let's just move that back to the other screen. Try put departure and arrival above. Thanks, yeah, thanks, Perrin. Should have done that first. Nice cup of tea. Ooh. Right. So let's go put those in first before we do anything else. Let's go to... that all looks good. Okay, so fuel is 9985. Ooh. Let's just scroll down. 12, 11, 10, 9, 9, 86. There's 9986 and it's asking for 998 pounds. So we've got £1 of fuel more than needed. Let's hope that's okay. Right. It's saying flight level 120 for this evening's flight, so we'll see. It says estimated takeoff weight is 81,000, just over 81,000 pounds. So the gross weight, that's the gross weight, 81,300. So that number there and then add, that's about 900 pounds of cargo and 50 passengers. So that is our weights and balances done. We're not using actually let's just use the AFE to get the aircraft in a pre-startup phase. Obviously we won't be using him for the rest of those phases, but let's just do that for now. Again, double check connected to voice server, and here on the Microsoft Flight Simulator scenery for Schiphol, we have it's very well modeled. It's quite nice. I don't think it's not Flight Tamper quality, obviously, which I'm looking forward to that when it comes out for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it does have this area, this updated area of construction going on, which I was not present in the Flight Tamper version. So anyway, one thing I do hope is they give me a long taxi distance today. Oh, there's an aircraft coming in. We'll see what kind of runway they give me when we listen to ATIS. So again, let's just pause track IR. Okay, you can hear the auto flight engineer going through his checks. So I'm going to engage my throttle quadrant. So for those of you who might be interested, the throttle quadrant that I use is an old Cytec, very, very popular, you know, everyone's seen them in the simming community, an old Cytec throttle quadrant. And this, if you see throughout the flight, the throttles flickering back up and down violently, that's not because I'm physically manipulating the levers. It's because the connections inside this are starting to fry, and maybe they're getting filled with dust. I don't know. But this I bought secondhand about 8 years ago now, 7 years, like a donkey's years ago, and it's starting to die. So I've just ordered 2 more brand new ones of these that I'm going to put side to side so that I have double throttles, double prop pitch, and double mixtures for dual engine operation. Obviously not quad engine dual operation like quad engine operation like in the DC6, but at least it's better than having a single. All of the props, all of the throttles, all of the mixtures bound to just one axis. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so having done that, let's now turn off the auto flight engineer because we don't want to use him. We are on the ground power, which is good. Let's sit on that page. What we want to do, now we're on the ground power, let's tune up Schiphol ATIS, and we will get the ATIS, which is very important. Okay, Schiphol ATIS 132.975. That's 132.97. Come on. We... Let's just double check that. Something's been weird. This is not the first time that my ATIS 132.975, maybe the 97. Maybe it's... Okay, so that's kind of weird, but what I love when Moses freezes during a 3-hour flight in VATSIM. Oh no, Jonathan. Yeah, I think ATIS on VPilot does not do audio anymore. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I mean, I always expected to hear that, but apparently not anymore. Okay. So having heard that, that's information Yankee. The QNH was given in an altimeter setting, which I'm not going to go with. So I'm going to read it off the actual aircraft. I'm going to hit the D and B buttons to go 1022 and set automatically configure that. So information Yankee QNH 1022 and the ILS departure is 27. If we go to, not that one, if we go to this one, taxi. Stands. Airport. I think this is the one. Right, 27. Departure 27. That's this one here. So actually, that is a fairly long taxi when you look at it. So we'll see how that goes. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Where did my chart go? Oh, there it is. Okay. That's as far as I zoom in, apparently. Right, so, yeah, let's get rid of that. Okay, let's actually just turn on let's turn on track R at this point and center the view. Okay. Right, so from here on, we are going to contact ground. So let's go over to Schiphol ground, north ground, 1218.
Info 529. Spirit 529er on Schiphol, taxi on the right hand side. So at the next intersection, change to taxiway Alpha on your right. Okay, taxi to right. At the next intersection, change taxiway to Alpha. Spirit 529.
Schiphol ground, hello, good evening. Alpine 8 Alpha at stand Delta, Correction Hotel 5 with information Foxtrot. Request clearance to Luxembourg as well.
Alpine 8 Alpha, good evening, cleared to Luxembourg. QDOT to Victor departure, runway 36 left. Initial flight level 60 and a squawk 0144.
Okay, clear to Luxembourg, that'll be a QDOT to Victor departure, runway 36 left. Initial flight level 60 and squawk 0144, Alpine 8 Alpha.
Alpine 8 Alpha, the reback is correct. Report fully ready.
Wilco 8 Alpha.
Just turn V-pilot down a little bit.
Austin 663 Alpha, good evening.
Austin 663 Alpha, good evening, go ahead.
Let's go a little bit.
Alpha, this information, Echo on board, we are ready to copy clearance.
Austin 663 Alpha, you're departing towards the south. I need some off flight level. Can you accept flight level 330 or flight level 350 for cruise?
Okay, so for that we accept 350.
Roger, Austin 663 Alpha, I change your flight plan to flight level 350. You're clear to Innsbruck. QDOT to Victor departure.
Yeah, well, I'm restarting the PC, so sad. Sorry about that, Jonathan.
Austin 663 Alpha, can you repeat the departure?
663 Alpha, QDOT to Victor departure, runway 36 left.
QDOT 3 Victor departure, 36 left. And initial climb 6000 and squawk 3164, Austin 663 Alpha.
663 Alpha, QDOT to Victor departure.
This is QDOT 2 Victor departure.
Austin 663 Alpha, the reback is correct. Report fully ready.
Report fully ready. Thank you, sir. Austin 663 Alpha.
Schiphol ground, good evening. KLM 933, radio check.
KLM 933, good evening, Schiphol ground. Baltimore National 8, ready to fly.
Thank you. KLM 933 is requesting IFR clearance as filed to Dublin, aircraft type DC6, information Yankee QNH 1022. He's reading my flight plan right now going, really? It's what they always do when I fly the DC6. I am the troublesome VATSIMer. I'm the one guy who doesn't fly A320s and Boeing 737s.
Good evening, go ahead.
Singapore 7934, the cargo bay from your 74, information goes from Portsmouth to Foster, will be certified.
Singapore 7934, I haven't received a flight plan from you. Alpine 8 Alpha ready for push start.
I believe I'm Bravo 92.
Push Golf 1022 and push start approved Alpine 8 Alpha.
Does it say?
City Island 209 Bravo, goedenavond, go ahead. Ketterlanden City, voluit 3 Victor departure, runway 36 left, initial flight level 60, squawk 733. Yeah, and 209 Bravo 3 back is correct.
Ground, Singapore 739 ready to go.
Just waiting on the clearance. Hopefully that should come fairly soon. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. So having a look at the taxi, he should hopefully be giving me Alpha 2 Bravo. Actually, let's just... Yeah. So he should be giving me Alpha 2... Oh yeah, Alpha 2...
47394, you were calling?
Would you
Singapore 7394, received your flight run clear to London Heathrow, Vola 3 Victor departure, runway 36 left, initial flight level 60, squawk 6261.
Amsterdam controllers are like top class controllers. They really are. They are so proactive. They are on the ball. That has been my experience of Amsterdam controllers. And he is in control. Like he's on top of everything. It's good well trained staff on VATSIM. Anyway, yeah, it looks like I'll be coming out of Alpha 2. It looks like I'm actually Alpha 7-2. So I'm just going to write down stand Alpha 7-2. Looking like he might give me on Alpha 2 Bravo, and then Bravo up all the way up Bravo to either Echo 5. Maybe if he's taking me out on 27. But that depends. It all depends on their Hey, Manacle Airways, on every stream of every streamer. Hello. Oh, he's talking about Jonathan. Okay. Does Jonathan get around then? They're looking at what SIDs that they could get away with giving me that throw me westbound out of Amsterdam that are not GPS SIDs. That's probably what they're trying to do. The level of coordination that's needed for ATC at Schiphol is intense. So there's only ground and there's only ground and radar or Schiphol radar at the moment. So the tower isn't terribly helpful here. It's Schiphol radars actually. He's bumped that up to Schiphol radar. And there's Dublin. I really hope Dublin stays online for me to get over there this evening. But, you know.
It's an airport, a city I don't even know if there's an airport. I'm not sure if you can land it at your agent.
While he's doing that, I'm just wondering what else that I can do that's helpful right now. I think basically just sitting here. I'm on ground power, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'm just going to actually set up ready for start. I will be starting number 3. And why are my mixtures at idle cutoff? That is not good. Well, I mean, obviously I would have had to have done that as part of the engine starting checklist. So I take off the gas lock, because that's always awkward. Mixture lock locked for the moment. Yeah. Hydraulic system bypass.
Austin 660 Alpha, we are ready for push and start.
Austin 663 Alpha, information Golf, unit 1022, the push and start approved. Status code 3164.
Push and start approved 3164 and 663 Alpha.
Let's just look at my first checklist while he's doing it. Pre-flight checks. Park brake is check. Landing lever is down. Cabin temp control.
Golf Sierra Hotel, good evening. Cleared to Blackpool, Berkey 2, Foxtrot departure, runway 04, initial flight level 60, squawk 62.
Set. Circuit breakers. I'm going to say that they are set. Battery and ground on ground. It is. Ground power, yeah.
Golf Sierra Hotel, the reback is correct.
Position lights.
Golf, unit 10.
Steady. Beacon is on. Seatbelts and smoking are on. Flaps are up. Beacon light off, actually. Water injection pump switch off. Yeah, they are off. Ooh, what's that? Oh, TNCM, okay. Water injection is off. Propeller emergency de-ice is prop emergency de-icing is off. Cow flap selector switch is open. Yeah, they're all on open. Fuel booster pumps are off. Well, these are on low because I'm about to start, so... Oop. We're waiting on an answer from London controller, but they seem to be busy. Ah, I see. Okay, so cooling turbine as desired. Yeah, I think we'll leave it where it is. Inverter switches, all 3 need to be on. Yep, they are all on. Auxiliary blower is off. Voltage regulator. I do this. Will this actually make it? Make it. Yeah. Not bored yet. Yeah, nice guys. Nice guys. That is off. Yep. Generators on. They are on. Ignition switches. They are all on because I'm about to start engines. To be fair, I use the AFE to get us to the before start engine page, so some of these items for the pre-flight aren't going to be correct, so that's fine. Heater switch. Normal system. Heat fuel system number 1. That's correct. Cabin master is on. Anti-foil de-icers are off because we're on the ground. Prop is off. Switch. Anti-ice fluid is check. We have full anti-ice fluid. Hydraulic quantity check. Oh no, it's up here. Yeah, we are good there. Water alcohol. Alcohol is good. Fuel quantity. Yeah, we checked. We have full main. We have fuel in the mains, none in the auxes. That's fine. Oil quantity is full. Landing light switches. Retract and off. They are correct. Supercharger switches. All on low. That is correct. Cabin pressure regulator. So we want to set this. So we want to set the flight to.
Just got an answer. Your current route is perfectly fine. Are you ready to copy?
Ready to copy 933.
933. Clear to destination. Runway 36 left. Squawk 6262. Expect departure instructions from the tower at the ramp.
That is clear to destination as filed. Runway 36 left, squawk 6262, and we'll expect departure from the runway from tower. KLM 933. Cool. We'll report ready. Sweet. So he's the flight needs to be 1022. I think I put 1022. Let me double check. Yeah, 102. Sorry, 120. That's what I meant. So that should be fine from our cabin. Cabin altimeter, that's set. Cabin pressure is closed. Door warning lights. Voltmeter set to bus. Bus voltage is normal. Fire. I'm not going to run through all of those fires.
Confirm RND2 Victor departure. Turkey 1958, the back is correct. Report fully ready. KLM 1677, contact approach. 1-1-2, fijne avond.
1-1-2 voor KLM 1677, dankjewel, fijne avond.
Yeah, that's there. All on mains. Cross feeds are off. Props. Max is forward. Engine master controls. Okay, so we're now set to. You know, this part of the. Let's go to this one. Hey, good evening, Adam. Right. Okay, I am going to use the setup that I have. I know pretty much how to start the engines from this setup. So mixtures are all auto-rich. Cowl flaps are all open. Mags are all on. Fuel boost pumps are on low. Selector is number 3. So I am going to actually start the engines first on the pad and then request push. So. Oil pressure is holding. And let the RPM settle just above 1,000 RPM. Like so. Let's start number 2. Oil pressure's coming up and holding where it should. RPM. Okay.
Ground back in a minute.
Pressure's coming up and holding. And engine number 1 should gradually warm up and
I have to run delivery. Shall I just request delivery again, or shall I just continue with the start?
not again, my friend.
Station calling, say again.
Coming up and holding.
1958,
Okay. Engine 4, a little bit on the low side. Once that comes up,
1958, set the squawk 0152 and you're fine. 0152. Singapore 7394, taxi on the point, runway 36 left, VATSIM back at whiskey 5, close to runway.
okay. Radios are tuned. Pushback.
Austrian 660 Alpha requesting taxi.
Austrian 663 Alpha, taxi on the point, runway 36 left, at whiskey 5, cross to runway 36.
Just keep them fully open for the moment.
Via Whiskey 5, cross 36 center, Austrian 660 Alpha.
Okay. Schiphol ground KLM 933 stand Alpha 72 is ready for departure.
And 933 confirm ready for the push start.
Affirm.
And 933 information go, QNH 1022, the push and start approved.
Information Golf QNH 1022 and push approved KLM 933.
KLM 933, set the squawk 626.
Oh,
Golf Sierra Auto at Golf 5, hold short and contact
There you
approach.
okay. Right, his push and start is approved. So I've done the start and the push is going to be... let's go bat is to the plane battery. Ground power is off. Now we can remove the ground power unit. And everything should be good for the push. Now the push is actually a prop reversal, which is a bit sketchy. So let's try this. Engine's idle. There we go. Please start moving backwards. Okay, I'm just going to use the... I really hope that the wings don't hit... That those are objects that the wings can go through. Nope. Oh no, don't tell me I'm stuck. Don't tell me that those poles... I can't get through either. No. No. Whew. No. I'm not going to be able to get through anything here. I'm going to hit that. Okay. Okay. Right. Everyone, you saw a perfectly well executed pushback. Nothing went wrong. Nobody saw anything, okay? Right. Glad we got that covered. I've got a discrepancy between engine 1 and 2. Oil pressure is low. But engines look good, so... He gave us 3.6 left for takeoff. Which was... Oh, crap. All the way out here. Right, he's going to give us Alpha 2 for Quebec, then. Skipper ground KLM 933 is ready for taxi. Shush, Jonathan. Is he gone offline? Okay, I pressed the wrong button there. Skipper ground, KLM 933, ready for taxi.
KLM 933, take shoulder point, runway 36 left, via Quebec, at 55, cross runway 36 center.
Taxi holding point, runway 36 left, via Quebec, Whiskey 5, and cross runway 36 center, KLM 933. Okay, so he's given me... Alpha, Quebec. Okay. So, I've got an Alpha, Quebec. Okay, flaps 20.
Singapore 7394 at Alpha 1, Cafe 2 aircraft from the right. The last one is a Turkish A320.
Cal flaps need to be
Space 77 Echo calling.
Cal flaps need to be 4 or above.
So good evening, Schiphol ground, the 118, ready to 5.
Let's turn them down to 8 inches. Fuel booster pumps as required. I'm going to leave them on low for the moment. Air conditioning Set cabin instruments and radio inverters. Opposite to first officer. Gust lock is off. Auto rich. Flight controls full travel. Transponder set and on. Position lights. Okay, let's worry about that at the hold.
Turkish 1958 at Alpha 21, your number 1, the Singapore 747 from the left is given.
I'll bring my taxi lights.
Good evening, I haven't received the flight plan yet. Created to Princess Juliana, Polar 3 Victor departure, runway 36 left, initial flight level 60, squawk 210.
Okay, so he has given me 36. So again, taxi up Quebec, whiskey 5, and then along. So
Good evening, welcome to Schiphol, passenger Charlie 18.
I believe this is the right way I should be going because I can see that aircraft. Yeah. Yeah, I see from Quebec we turn up that way and Bravo is the other way. So we're behind that.
663 Alpha, contact approach on the 1-to-1 decimal number by.
1-to-1 decimal 2, Austin 660 Alpha.
Still got that discrepancy in RPM and manifold pressure from 1 and 2. I think that was something to do with the way that I was doing the reverse thrust. That kind of screwed it up. That livery is so nice. It is, isn't it?
Was about to hand you over contact approach 1-to-1 decimal and your flight by.
Whiskey 5 is where that aircraft turned. Make sure no one's going to crash into me coming off there. Yeah, that right there is Whiskey 5. Not sure what aircraft that is, but oh, that's SIA 7394. Which is the Boeing 747. That's what that is. It's a Singapore Boeing 747. Okay, so he gave me clearance across runway 36 center, and then up to the holding.
7394, contact approach on the 1-to-1 decimal 2 and your flight by.
1212. One two one two, set and standby. Waiting for the call.
Amsterdam, 700, good evening, ticket to 365,
DC6 Delta Whiskey, good evening, welcome to Schiphol, taxis and hotel.
Engines still look good. Oil pressure is low, but we're not seeing anything. They're still showing in the green, so I'm gonna say I'm okay. He's contact approach 121.2, KLM 933. One 125.75. Schiphol radar, good evening, KLM 933, taxiing up Victor for runway 36 left. Follow the Boeing 747 to holding point Victor for KLM 933. I need to turn him up. And also, oh, that was gnarly. Yeah, those two engines still. Okay, that does roughly resemble a 747 at least. Sorry if I'm not paying too much attention to chat on ground at Schiphol. One day I'll try the Netherlands in VFR. I know it's very special since all the airspace above 2,000 feet. I think it's Class A only, and that actually only airspace. I think, yeah, that makes sense. I actually. Victor 4. There's the departing aircraft. Oh, actually, no, sorry. From the back end, it kind of looked like it could have been the fuselage of a 747. But then looking at it longitudinally, it looks like nothing. It looks like a weird... It looks like a cross between... Yeah, no, actually, from the side, I can tell it looks a lot more like it should be an A380 than a 747. Sadly.
Identified, climb flight level 1, please hello. Climb flight level 1, please hello, 15958.
Okay, I'm going to stay back here because I don't want to get anywhere near that wake turbulence. Okay, let's just double check. We have things set up. Position lights. Let's go to flashing. Landing lights are on. Water, alcohol, fuel injected, wet for takeoff. We're not doing a wet takeoff, so that's fine. Throttles. Set manifold pressure.
12575, Austrian 663 Alpha.
Austrian, he is a...
Land 365, thank you very much.
Singapore 73, 94, runway 36 left, clear for takeoff, wind 350 degrees, neither north.
36 left, clear for takeoff, Singapore 73, now.
Transavia 6 Charlie, startup approved, QNH will 0 to 2, clearance available. Transavia 6 Charlie cleared to Girona, Boogie to Alpha, runway 06, climb to 3000 feet, squawk 217, correction 2117. 6 Charlie correct, report ready for taxi.
017 Lima, engage runway 365, echo 2.
KLM 7 Papa Lima, contact ground 11 decimal 8, bye.
11 decimal 8, thank you, bye bye.
That's a short takeoff distance for a 747. Actually, no, not.
KLM 933, line up and wait, runway 36 left.
Line up and wait, 36 left, 933. Okay.
933, report ready to copy departure instructions.
Ready to copy 933.
KLM 933, after departure, turn left heading to 50 and climb to 3000.
After departure, turn left heading 250 and climb 3,000 feet, 9033.
Singapore 7394, identify climb level 130.
Passing flight level 100, descending 7,000 feet. And after Sugo, I will go direct the VOR at Sierra Papa Lima.
Singapore 7394, climb flight level 130.
From 130, Singapore 7394.
KLM 734, hello, information Golf, expect vectors ILS 36 right, descend to flight level 40.
Vectors to 36 right and 4,000 KLM 74.
KLM 734, negative, descend flight level 40.
All right, boys.
Flight level 40 KLM
Turkish 1958, contact Amsterdam 125.75, bye-bye.
125.75, proceed.
KLM 933, wind 350, 9 knots, runway 36 left, clear for takeoff.
36 left, clear for takeoff, KLM 9033.
Switch 49 Papa Mike, descend 2,000.
All right. So bring the manifold up to 30 inches. As smoothly as my throttle quadrant will allow. Once set, advance up through to 56. Set. Hello.
Wings 2711, very warm welcome to the
Hello.
ground is closing now.
Tower 51.
Charlie 9er, taxi via Alpha. Enjoy your evening.
Okay, up through 110, 120 knots. Rotate. And 500 feet positive rate of... Blah, blah, blah. Positive rate of climb gear up. Goodness me. Good thing there's not a stack of people behind me waiting to take off, or else that would be awkward. I'm so slow in departure. Okay, so as I'm accelerating,
7394, contact Amsterdam.
flaps going up.
125,
7394, demand.
KLM 933, identified.
Okay, that's 160 knots.
KLM 7 Yankee, hello, information Golf, vectors for the 36 right, descend to level 40.
Okay, autopilot set. Landing gear up, power. Reduce to rated. Let's reduce to rated now. $2,400 RPM.
Bravo 6 Charlie for taxi, Rotterdam.
6 Charlie, tax holding point to the 06 Victor 1.
Victor 106, 6 Charlie.
And turning left.
49er Papa Mike, turn left heading 035, clear to approach 36 right.
035,
People approach, good evening, Lufthansa 3D Martali, passing flight 787 and descending level 701.
Hey,
Lufthansa 3 Lima Charlie, hello, information go.
Aqua Vitale, good to see you.
36 right, descend flight level 40.
Lufthansa 3D Martali, expecting vector 36 right, descending flight 701.
And up 7 Yankee, turn left heading 220.
Turn left to 220.
250 is set. And we are almost at 3,000 feet. Okay. Set altitude, 3,000 feet, holding. Power, do not exceed rated power. Let's come back to 35, 34, 35 inches manifold. Temperatures look good. Water we never used. Cylinder heads, temps check.
KLM 734, open reaching flight level 40, traffic below you 1,000 feet. Below, it's a DC6, no conflict.
Traffic inside for KLM.
Top switch 49er Papa Mike, runway 36 right, clear to land, wind 350 degrees, 9 knots. KLM 7 Yankee, conform heading 220, you're flying heading 200. Flying at 3 Lima Charlie, after Papa Alpha Mike, flying heading 180.
And that, ladies and gents,
Papa Alpha Mike, on heading 180.
Bravo 6 Charlie Rotterdam, the report Victor 6.
is a DC6.
6 Charlie, runway 06, clear for takeoff, heading at Rotterdam, 360 degrees, 6 knots.
Clear takeoff 066 Charlie.
KLM 734, turn right, heading 180.
Right, 180. Okay, then.
Oh, 12575 set, standby. Hello, Miguel. Oh, sorry, not Miguel, Samuel. Hello, good to see you. Well, look at VATSIM right now, almost North Europe is active. Yeah, a fair amount of Northern Europe is active, except for Scotland, but
Yankee descend 2,000 feet, QNH 1.
yeah. Just hoping that, oh no, Dublin's gone offline. Dang it. Oh well, we'll have to do it Unicom. We'll have some good ATC across the UK anyway. He's waiting for me to leave his immediate airspace.
KLM 933, climb flight level 120.
Up to 120, KLM 9033. Okay, so now he's allowing us to begin climbing.
KLM 7 Yankee, turn right, heading 260.
So let's begin that climb.
Speed 220 knots, right.
7 Yankee, you broke off, heading 260.
Oh, sorry, heading 260.
6 Charlie, climb to flight level 90.
Carb temps are still low.
Contact 6 Charlie, proceed direct booty.
So 1455
Head of 734, descend 3000 feet, United 12022. Speed 220.
is what we're trying to.
0 knots, descend 3000, 10 QNH, 10. KLM transport.
1455 set. And that is 260 on the radial. Set. Let's climb a bit higher, a bit steeper here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, boy.
KLM 7 Yankee, turn right, heading 280, speed 180 knots until 60 feet.
Right, 280, speed 180.
Hello, Dom Key. Good to see you.
6 Charlie, contact 125.750, panel.
Good to see you, Dom Key.
Correct.
Okay, he's given me
Yes, say again.
Oh, 125.750.
15750.
Clacton 1455.
Papa Mike, taxi stand hotel 30.
Ah, Clacton is now active. Good. So, when is he going to give me resume navigation? That's my question.
KLM 734, speed 180 knots, descend 2000 feet.
Coming up through 5,000 feet.
0 knots, then 2000 KLM transport.
2 Munich radars on top of Bremen radar. Nice. That's
Contact 125.750, over.
125.75. Good evening, 9033. 125.75 set. That is Schiphol radar, or Bremen radar, Amsterdam radar.
Turkish 19er, find 8, climb flight level 390. Climb 390, Turkish 1958.
Setting standard barometric pressure.
60.
Standard barometric pressure passing 200 now. Amsterdam radar, good evening. KLM 933 passing through flight level 05er.
KLM 933, hello, climb flight level 120, proceed direct to Clacton.
Climb flight level 120, proceed direct to Clacton 9033. Okay, so he's given me proceed direct to Clacton, which I'm pretty much on the...
Via 6 Charlie, contact Brussels 1.
I'm pretty much on the radial, so I'm just going to fly a little bit longer. Actually, the wind is going to push me onto the radial anyway, and I am pointing directly towards the radial, so no change needed. Winnipeg exam. Sweet, so we're all doing well. Let's just continually make sure that my manifold pressure sits around 35 inches. That seems to be my happy climb, my happy place in climbing. I learned something this week: minimalistic gaming, games that look boring on the outside but actually are way too much fun. Oh, nice, Donkey.
Turkish 19er, find 8, no further ATC available, model to Unicom 122.8. 122.8, dankjewel, tot ziens.
Double check my manifold pressure now. It's still low. My carb air is low. Cylinder head temperatures are in the green. Oil temps are okay. Oil pressures are okay.
804, proceed
Fuel
direct to
pressures are
Alpha.
okay.
Hotel Eka Limo, Hotel Oscar.
Proceed direct to Helho,
Fuel pressures haven't changed. BMEPs all look good, except BMEP of 1 is a little higher. Carb air is low. I am going to turn on airfoil heater and the prop de-icer. And the fuel pressure in the lines is going through, okay, 7,000 feet and climbing.
Singapore 73904, Amsterdam.
Outside air temp is still just above 0, so actually we're not into icing yet. Except in the carburetors. The carbs might, because of the lower pressure in the carbs, we might have icing. We'll see. Skimming over the clouds now, nicely.
Contact 2, Tango Yankee, no further ATC available, one of the Unicorn 1 2.8. Virgin 804, contact Schiphol approach 121.2.
Sorry, repeat frequency.
121.2.
121.2.
What's the reason for playing non-live time? Is it just better visuals, or you're also experiencing issues with traffic lights on VATSIM driven models? So I like to try and mix it up a bit. I like to try and release videos that are non-live streamed and then some that are live streamed, because non-live streamed means that I don't have an immediate audience that I'm thinking about. I can have my full.
Singapore 73904, I've tried to contact you multiple times. Contact London 127.1.
We apologize about this. London 127.1.
Oh, I see. I'm not flying. I'm not flying live time simply because.
9 ATC, contact London 127.1.
127.1 KLM 9033.
All stations, Amsterdam radar is now closing. One of the Unicorn 122.8. Bye bye.
Are we really that far already? I'm still quite far away from. Yeah. The reason I'm not flying in real time is because I want to see what the scenery looks like when I land in Dublin. But but you're correct in saying that if I fly, you know,
150 degrees.
it's going to be pretty dark.
London, do you still want me to keep the speed up greater than decimal 80 for Pushback 11 missing?
On conversion 280 or greater.
On conversion to 80 or greater, many thanks.
Charlie Mike Papa, descent flight level 280.
Flight level 280 for Sierra Mike Papa.
Speedlet 276, report your speed to London 119 and 217.
Speed to London 119.75.
85.5 nautical miles to Clacton.
Heading to London 129 and 204. heading to London, 129 at decimal 45.
Heading to London 129 decimal. Thank you.
KLM 178, 1 ready, descent flight level 230, level 1. 1 ready, descent.
Passing through 10,000 feet.
DJ 11 whiskey, descent flight level 160.
160, Morley.
Singapore 739 at 4, turn left heading 340, traction right, 340 degrees.
Right, heading 340, Singapore 73 next.
Charlie Mike Papa on conversion speed 270 knots.
On conversion 270 for Charlie Foxtrot, Mike Papa.
Mm-hmm.
Easy 160 down to contact London 129 at decimal 40. Good evening, Brave Rec Charlie Mike Papa flying heading 310 degrees, descent flight level 220.
Heading 310 and descent flight level 220 for Charlie Foxtrot, Mike Papa.
Oh, I see. I'm going to level off at 120 and then call him because I don't...
Shuttle 6 Golf London, hello, flying heading 325.
325, shuttle 6 off.
Britannia 942 Bravo, London, good evening.
All looking good.
Shuttle 6 Golf, flight level 250.
250, shuttle 6 off.
Singapore 73904, greater rate of turn please, heading 330 degrees.
We're at 747, so that's our maximum. But I think 330.
Okay, thank you. Charlie Mike Papa, resume on navigation, direct saber.
Resume navigation direct saber for Charlie Foxtrot, Mike Papa.
DJ 11 Whiskey, speed to London 119 at decimal 775.
Speed to London 119775, DJ 1 Whiskey, Bye-bye.
Yep.
See, this is this really annoying bug.
Charlie Mike Papa, descent flight level 160.
So level 160 for Sierra Mike Papa.
London Sensor, Air China 6275 with you.
Taylor 6275, Flanagan Trail, good evening, Logan 1 Hotel. 10. Lufthansa 77 Kilo London, hello, Logan 2 Hotel. China 6275, Logan 2 Hotel, where are we on?
Hello, sir. You want me to direct to London, right?
Negative, I'm telling you the star, Logan 2 Hotel.
Roger that. Okay, I got it.
Singapore 739 descent, flight level 200. Singapore descent, flight level 200, Singapore 739.
London, hello, KLM 9033 with you, currently flight level 120.
KLM 9033 London, hello, check standard pressure, you are indicating 117 on the level.
Will do, sorry, 9033.
KLM 178, nothing further, Unicom 122, right?
122 decimal 8, KLM 178, thank you, bye bye.
Okay, so
Kilo London, hello, I'm ready, descent flight level 200.
100, 200, 300, about 350 to 50 feet up. The only way I'm going to do this
Singapore 739 full regime on navigation direct saber. On navigation direct saber, Singapore 739. Charlie Mike Papa speed to London 119.775.
119.775, and we'll report the speed. Sierra Mike Papa.
Singapore 739 full descent flight level 160. Confirm this was for Singapore 739 full. AFM. Could it please say again? Descent flight level 160. Thank you very much. Descent 160, Singapore 739.
Hey, super chat 9
Charlie Foxtrot, Sierra Mike Papa.
Aqua Vital, thank you so much for your super chat.
160.
Stay with me, 119.775 is your guy.
Roger, thank you. Sorry about that.
Why on earth does it keep doing this? Hold it there.
London Skyways 1454, holding flight level 300.
Skyways 1454 London, hello, flying heading 340 degrees, descent flight level 200.
Okay, that's about as good as I can make it.
Flight 324.
This is a bug. This has to be a bug. When you set QNH 1013 and then engage the auto altitude hold, the DC6 all of a sudden drops because it is only reading your local barometric pressure. Really weird and annoying.
Singapore 739 contact London 119 at decimal 775, thanks for the help. Thank you very much, 119 at 775, Singapore 739. Lufthansa 77 Kilo, next time before you start descending, ask for descent. Descent flight level 27 on conversion, speed 27.
Oh, poor man.
That was broken. Descent flight level 270, speed 270 knots. China 6275, speed 280 knots or more.
Speed 280 or more, actually. Not bad.
So if I set the standby to 1013.
Danish Air Force 1151 London, hello Logan, 2 hotel arrival.
Logan should SF 101 and I'm at top of
Danish Air Force 1151 ready, descent flight level 250 level Logan, on conversion speed 260.
That's 250 at Logan and repeat the speed with 7 on time.
26, make it 270 on conversion.
271 conversion, David Air Force 11.
Brother.
Britannia 942 Bravo, descent flight level 150.
Right, I have a system now. Have you guys been super chatting me? Let me have a look. Oh, guys, thank you so much.
54 heading to Scottish 133, that's in the way.
Thank you very much, Jonathan, and
Please, Skyways 1454.
Heading to Scottish 133, that's in the way.
thank you both. I'm gonna change my the name on my little super chat counter.
Turn right, heading 320 degrees.
Right, 327
China 62751 ready, descent flight level 160.
CHF. I don't know what CHF is, but I'll put it there anyway. There we go. Set. There we go. I've just changed that little bit of text. Thank you very much, both Aqua Vitale and Jonathan.
Lufthansa 011, Logan hello, it's the Logan 2 hotel.
It's Swiss, I believe. Ah, cool. Hi, yeah, I saw Ian. You're back, Ian. Good to see you. We're inbound to Clacton, and we'll have an interesting time, I think, going across to Dublin this evening. So,
China 6275 through direct Sabre.
Excuse me?
Route direct to Sabre.
Okay, direct to Sabre. Action 6 stand up.
Britannia 942 Bravo, contact London 119 at decimal 779.
there is the English coast.
Golf November Kilo, descent flight level 180.
Descent level 180, Golf Agreement.
Lufthansa 011, descent flight level 280.
So I have the primary altimeter on local QNH, and I have the secondary standby co-pilots on standard barometric pressure, and I actually just raised the aircraft to be 12,000 feet on the standard, although the aircraft is actually wanting to go off its local. It makes no sense. It's just the way it is. So.
Lufthansa 77 Kilo, descent flight level 230. On jet 2731, London Control, hello, Dane 2 Alpha arrival.
Dane 2 Alpha, command.
Yeah, so actually my fly live bar at the top, the black bar all the way atop the top of the screen says I'm 12,220 feet. But actually that's local QNH. Yeah, that's taking it from the local QNH. But actually, if you tune the barometric pressure to 1013, we're actually at flight level 120. But when you try and tune the primary to standard barometric pressure, and then engage altitude level hold, when you reach what looks like 120, the aircraft noses down for by about 220 feet. So actually, it's weird. Ooh, drop. Oh, no, where's my pen? Where's my pen? No! I dropped my pen. Where is my pen? No, I can't lose my pen. What if the air traffic controller asked me to write something down? What? Where did my... How did it just disappear? Do you guys have that whenever you drop something and then all of a sudden... Let me just pause track IR. Sorry, guys. How is it that all of a sudden you drop something and it magically disappears? It genuinely could not have gone far. Oh. It's on my seat. I thought it had fallen to the floor. There we go. Nothing to see here. Right, let's just reset my seat here. Air traffic controller.
Golf November Kilo descent flight level 150, contact London 1197.
Okay, we're coming up to Clacton now. 13.6. Yeah. I should use a digital scratch pad as well, but...
KLM 933, contact London Control 119.775.
119.775, KLM 933. 19.775. London, hello, KLM 9033, currently flight level 120. Cool. So the next radial will be 288 up to Honolulu. And Honolulu is 113.65, which we will put in... 113.65 in standby. And that's a radial 288. Should have been on out. It's a clear day though today. Well, it's nighttime right now, but yeah. I mean, if I went over to live...
Could you repeat that for speedbird 6?
Okay. How tightly can you make those turns? Can you turn in left and right? You've got other traffic moving away from. Turning quickly, or do you need quite a while?
We're turning to speedbird 6.
Speedbird 6, Roger. Turn left, heading 010 degrees.
Turn left, heading 010 degrees, speedbird 6.
3.3 nautical miles. Let's go to our mode here.
Hello, landing control, Air Channel 627 with you. My speed indicator is 290.
China 627, flight under control, hello, descent flight level 80.
Descent maintain 80, Air Channel 625.
Seabed 6, are you able to resume your own navigation direct to a waypoint?
Yeah, we can resume on our navigation speed, let's say.
Seabed 6, thank you, resume your navigation direct to decrease.
Ryanair 3X, Romeo, logging off. Thank you very much for your service. Have a great evening.
Seabed 6, resume your own navigation direct to decrease.
Direct gauge to resume on our navigation speed, let's say.
Britannia 942 Bravo, descending altitude 5,000 feet, release to H10, descent.
5,000 feet, H1027, Bravo.
And 942 Bravo, set right at 270 degrees, it will be vectoring for an island approach runway 07 eminently.
Right, 270, fly left, 227, Bravo.
Seabed 6, contact under control 127 and decimal 1 for right.
121, decimal 1.
There's Ipswich
Seabed 6, negative 127.
and Felixstowe.
Lufthansa 7 at 7 kilo, 10 right, heading 2 at 905, descent flight level 150.
takeoff 151 is with you, descent to 180, speed is 280.
Danish Air Force 1151 under control, hello, descent flight level 160.
Down to 160, descent to 105.
Lufthansa 7 kilo, resume navigation direct land 4 Sigma Alpha.
Apparently there's a
140.
air traffic down there. I cannot see him though.
Danish Air Force 1151, descent flight level 130, speed 250 knots.
130, speed is 250. Take that as well.
Lufthansa 7 kilo.
The other day someone asked me how UK VFR was. I was tempted to say a mess with a nice smile. Ian Fisher, what has happened to the PPL series? Very big gaps between episodes. I know. Life has happened. Yeah, life has happened. Yeah, life has happened. I would like to return to them. I'm not sure if I will actually manage to, though. At this rate, I have way too many things on going on personally and professionally and yeah, relationally and lots of things. So, but it would be nice to continue them. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
Is the expected runway 09 left or right? Both are okay, right? Either of them is okay, right?
So only land on 09 left, only depart on 09 right.
Thank you, 09er left.
Lufthansa 1289, hello, flight level 804230.
Lufthansa 1289, yeah, runway airspace, Unicom 122 left, select the right.
The Marcinicom, okay.
Lufthansa 77 kilo, nothing further for you, Unicom 122 left, select the right. Golf November kilo, 10 left, select 0905.
That's 0905 one.
Danish Air Force 1151, descent flight level 80.
That's right, it's a separate one.
Danish
Fair enough. Stuff happens along the way. Best laid plans and all that. Yeah. To be fair, yeah, I would love to. I would love to continue them, but for the things that I have planned for the future, I just don't know. Yeah, I can't make any promises. That's my problem. You can tell by just the haphazard way I release content on this channel that my life is such that I have too many other things going on in my life. You know, if this was 5 years ago, yeah, sure. Because I didn't have a life 5 years ago, but I have much more of a life now than I did. Which is very good, but yeah. Certain things have to fall by the wayside sometimes, and I'm unfortunately feeling like that might be this. Not flying primarily on the computer, but certain things that I would be releasing and so forth. I would like to return to some proper tutorial content though. There's Stansted. I recently got some freeware Stansted scenery from Microsoft Flight Simulator from the flightsim.to internet page, and it's top class. It's very it's like payware, but it's freeware. So if you fly Microsoft Flight Simulator, I advise you to go and get it. Are you still in publishing? No, I'm not. I'm a media specialist in Newcastle. That's what I do now, for a different company. So I finished that job 6 months ago. So yeah. So we have 79 nautical miles to go. Let's just see where we are on VATSIM. We have tower on at Dublin at least. What does media specialist do? A lot of filming training content, maintaining our YouTube content. I set up media equipment for seminars and lectures. I collate and manage the online learning environment of the organization. Yeah. So I'm working now for an organization that is in higher education. So I'm the media specialist of a higher education organization. And so my job is to deal with is to film promotional material for the organization, as well as maintain and manage the flow of media, whether that be live streams, pre-shot, pre-recorded stuff. So I'm a kind of jack of all trades, really, for a small organization that needs a jack of all trades, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. So there's Stansted, and let's see, where's Cambridge? So there's where the A14, there's the M11 splits off the A14, and that is... Yeah, that's Cambridge there. That's Cambridge there. Yeah, that's Cambridge there. And there's the airfield at Cambridge. And yeah, beautiful place. Feels like home. Is it Huntingdon? No. Bedford? Could be Bedford below us. Maybe. Do you do the photography yourself? As I know you can very well. Yeah, so all of the cinematography, camera work, and any still photos they need as well, I provide that for them as well. Yeah, I would like to get more seriously into photography and cinematography in a freelance capacity. So I think that's something I'm going to see about doing in my own time. But more on that later. I'm thinking of actually starting a second YouTube channel specifically for my photography work. So if that's something you're interested in checking out, I mean, I haven't done anything about that yet. I haven't set it up or anything, but it's still in the planning stage actually right now. So, and I see that as a much more creative outlet, a much more creative outlet for my YouTube work. I think at the moment it incorporates my creativity in photography and cinematography, and it gets me out of the house. If I was working for a doing a photography YouTube channel, it would really get me out of the house a lot more than I am, and I really need that. So mental health, etc., etc., you know, as well as just physical health. And yeah, and that, I think that would link up with my Etsy shop, where I sell greetings cards such as that I'm writing on right now, and that and that and that, you know, stuff like that. So okay, I've got 58 nautical miles. I'm gonna go make another cup of tea, guys, and okay, guys, tea break, obligatory tea break. Over to Unicom 122.8 for KLM 9033, thanks. One 2.2.8, and we're gonna go make some tea. So I will see you guys in a minute, or two, or three, or four, maybe four. Who knows? With your love of aviation, I bet you could produce some stunning product videos like the likes of Aerosoft, FS Elite, etc. You know what? Yeah, I know. I know. The PPL training series, Ian, it is not dead. I should never say it's dead. I just need to refresh it with some new content. You inspire me. You inspire me, Ian. Anyway, I need to go make some tea. Back in a second. We'll be back in a second, folks. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's just double check what's going on VATSIM. Okay, he's gone offline. And that's London North Controller. I would have thought London North Controller had me on his scope, but maybe not. Okay, so we are... Hmm. 27.8 nautical miles. It's been so long since I've flown a jet. It's been so long since I've flown a jet in Microsoft Flight Simulator or P3D. Hey there, bro. Watching you from the Bahamas. Yours truly, Knowles. Nice. I want to be in the Bahamas. I want to be in the Bahamas. I want to swim in the Bahamas and blue water so bad. Ah, well. One day. One day. Where exactly in the Bahamas are you, yours truly? Some lovely clouds going on there. Oh, excuse me. What is the significance you attach to your soundbite? It passed me by. Located in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the nation city just north of Nassau. Nice. I've always wanted to go to the Caribbean. Always. Well, hope things are well for you over in that corner of the earth. .1 nautical miles. Right, so let's start looking at navigating to our next waypoint, which is Shawbury 16.8. Like so, set. And the magnetic radial is 308. So let's go to gyro pilot, and let's go 308, and let's set like so. And he's not going to be shown because... So let's just go outbound 308 on Honolulu instead. Love vintage aircrafts, especially the DC6. Yeah, I mean, so do I. So do I. I've been flying vintage aircraft on my channel for a while, and I just love it. Particularly like the long-haul transatlantic vintage aircraft flights. Yeah. My, pretty much my favorite vintage aircraft of all time is the B377 Stratocruiser. That A2A developed, A2A Simulations developed a B377 Stratocruiser for FSX way back in the day, and they've never updated it for Prepared 3D or Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I've wanted one for so long now, but I don't know that I'll ever get it in a long time, so we'll see. The closest thing we have, I think, is the Manfred Jan, the Jan Mayers or Manfred Jan C97 for P3D version 5, which is the military version of the B377. Okay, we're over the VOR now. Let's turn on a heading 308. Three 305, 6, 7, 8. Actually, we need to turn a little bit more. We have such a wind offset that I actually need to keep it turning around here. Now that's a beast. Cruise ship in the skip. Stratocruiser, yeah. It was a beast. And the engines were so highly developed, they were being run an inch to explosion. That's how high performance they were. I think it had to have been the absolute outer limit of propeller aviation. And I think they were called the corn cob. They were nicknamed the corn cob engines because they had so many pistons coming off the center, or so many so many piston heads coming off the engine around the encasement, that it around the crankshaft, that it looked like a corn on the cob. So but A2A really did an amazing job with their captain of the ship, AccuSim captain of the ship. I am still not on this radial. I need to acquire this outbound radial. So let's do that more aggressively, because the wind, you can see the wind component is not good. Yeah, we've got about 28 knots side wind here, crosswind. Okay, that's better. Got Manchester TMA. Up to 285. Yeah, I'll talk to them. Although I'll only be skimming their airspace. I'm only like a few degrees, maybe 1 or 2 degrees negative here at 12,000 feet. It's a hot day, or it's a hot night, shall I say. If I go back to real world time, we are wow, I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at how the lights from the cities glow, and then you can see the stars behind. Is that the moon rising? Could be the moon rising. Beautiful. But I'm gonna fly in the daytime because I want to see what the Dublin scenery looks like when I land. So that's why I decided to fly in the day. How far from destination and what's my fuel looking like? So I used SimBrief to calculate my fuel. If I go to my add-on, I've got about 1,500 pounds in each tank. Actually, 1,600 on the other side. Ooh, interesting. About 200 pounds more on the right than I have on the left. Interesting. 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 I can see that. The two main tanks on the right are about 100 pounds more than the main tanks on the left. And that is due to the engine discrepancy of engine 1. You can see engine 1 is running slightly faster than the rest. And you can see that in the BMEP, you see, slightly higher than the rest, and that's due to that will reflect in the fuel burn, slightly harder fuel burn on the left tanks, and that propeller, that engine got desynced from the rest of my system whenever I put the I don't want to miss my radial. Whenever I put the engines into thrust reverse to reverse when I was doing my pushback at Amsterdam. So yeah, that was what that was about. $29.30 nautical miles. After you introduced me to the Dash 8 shared cockpit flying, I'm currently paying that forward with me introducing the Plane Guy 787 to the same experience. Alex loves it. Oh, nice, Ian. Ah, that sounds good. In fact, Ian, I would really like to do some Dash 8 shared cockpit again. It's been too long. I need to get back into the modern stuff. It would be nice. Question is when. Yeah. You see, I'm away the next 2 weekends in a row. I'm away. After this one, and I'm pretty booked up for this one as well. So, anyway, that's good to hear, Ian. That's good to hear. Okay, so we're getting close. My leg is this current leg is 45 nautical miles, and I know I'm 35 nautical miles, so I know I've got 10 nautical miles to go to Shorebury, which there's Shorebury, right there. Not far from Welshpool, which is over in the mountains, over here, I think. I think Welshpool is down there somewhere. Yeah, you can see the wind offset. That's the VOR I'm flying to, and the aircraft is pointing off in this direction. That's how bad the wind is. That's how much of an offset I'm flying. My true direction is straight, but the nose is pointing off to the right. So, okay, so as I pass over Shorebury, I'm going to want to take a slight left-hand turn onto my new heading of my new true course of 289. So I'm going to go back to gyro pilot, and I'm going to go 289. Like so. And I'm simply going to go 16.8. Like so. And I'm going to... Right, I'm just across it now. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So as I bank over Shorebury... come on to a heading of, well, I'll give it 10 degrees off because of the wind. About there. Right, I'll let that settle for a few miles. This leg is supposed to be 135 nautical miles, so yeah. Also under windy conditions as well. Yeah, that's true. Best times for me are in the week. I'm usually away weekends working on football. That's a good point, Ian. Yeah. Tuesday evenings would work for me, I think, at the moment. I mentioned to ask because the DC6 famous if in uneven engine sync at times during warm weather for some reason. Interesting. 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 Yeah, Ian, Tuesday evening might suit me, but yeah. Yeah. Will it though? Will it though? Ooh. Yes, Tuesday evening should suit me. I'll get back to you on that. Yeah, next week. Tuesday evening next week. I'll get back to you on that, though. Yeah, we'll keep in touch. DC... Let's just tune Manchester TMA anyway. 338. Just to see what's going on.
Tango 227 Bravo, clear, flight level 140.
Okay, heading out across Wales now, across actually northern Wales. We'll probably pass Snowdon quite close, which looks like it could be something like that peak. So that's going to be interesting. Okay, we've gone far enough now. 10 nautical miles outbound from the VOR. I'm going to go back onto localizer tracking. So that's going to track the active VOR now all the way out to Dublin.
Skyway 2521, turn right, heading 355, descend, flight level 70.
And I'm looking forward to landing in Dublin. It's going to be an interesting approach. Let's actually start planning for that now. EIWD. In Ireland. Okay. Approach. We have 10 right. ILS DME. Excellent. On 0907. We have runway 16. Which is... yeah, okay.
Skyway 2521, descend to altitude 3,500 feet, QNH 1028.
Okay. Okay, what we need to do is we need to get the wind in.
227 Bravo, descend, flight level 100.
And what I'm going to do that... Oh, there is actually ATIS. Okay, expect ILS approach runway 28 left. Okay, 28 left. So that's going to be 28 left. Oh, there we go. Okay, so a straight in approach off the coast. So 278 inbound on frequency at 1135. 3 degrees glide, it looks like. Yep, 3 degrees glide.
Skyway 2521, turn left, heading 255, cleared ILS, 23 right.
From an altitude of 2,500 feet.
Britannia 227 Bravo, leave Trent, heading 340.
Oh, there's a little bit of turbulence.
Leave Trent 340 degrees back to ILS.
First turbulence I felt, I think.
Shuttle 3 Romeo, continue.
I'm just going to ignore that massive map issue. Yours truly. I'm guessing this would be a buttery landing under these conditions, I assume. That's a great question.
Will travel 977 Foxtrot, Scottish Control, good evening, cleared the day 2 Alpha arrival.
If you know me at all, yours truly, which, I don't know, you may be fairly new around here, but even in the weirdest conditions, I can give you the weirdest landings. You know, I can give you the weirdest landings in even the nicest conditions. But I think Microsoft Flight Simulator, because of its smooth frames per second, I get a lot better good landings in Microsoft Flight Simulator than I do in Prepared 3D. So, yeah. Anyway, we need to start thinking about descent. So I've got roughly 100 nautical miles left to run. And I'm up at 12,000 feet. I'm going to run to the coast. When I go feet wet, I'm going to begin my descent. Because I've got roughly 10,000 feet to let's see. I've got roughly 10,000 feet to descend.
No problem, continue with now contact Manchester Tower 118.625, bye-bye.
So I give myself 70 nautical miles to descend.
Apex
But the one thing is I don't like this fuel discrepancy. But I'm not 100% sure how that crossfeed should work. Okay, right-hand crossfeed is to all engines. So the right-hand tanks should be feeding all the engines. So that should gradually stabilize, I'm guessing. Let me actually try and Google that. Nope. Well, I'm going to do that and see what happens. I'm going to see by the time I'm on short final if my tanks are actually any better. Okay, now, where is... Is that Snowdon? I feel like that could be Snowdon. Let's go and look at Google Maps here, see which one's Snowdon. Oh, I see. Okay. All right, that is Snowdon there. I wonder if we'll see the little hut, if that's on. It will affect your landing greatly, though. Yeah, that's true. I wonder if we will see the little hut on the Snowdon summit. Because that's Snowdon right there. So from the car park... That's right, from the car park you walk up. And you can walk up the pig trail. I think the pig trail is here. You go across the lake and then up... That's right, up these tracks here. And then zigzag... and then up to there. So this is just loading in. We'll see now soon, I hope. Yeah, you see it's loading in. We're actually flying directly over the Snowdon Peak. That's nice. Really clear day. I have the scenery for that airfield out there. That's a nice one. It may be the stream, of course, but I'm thinking that the terrain in Microsoft Flight Simulator has been pared back. I'm sure my True Earth in P3D can match this. Or was it wishful thinking? I don't know. Hard to say. I'm... Alright, if I zoom in, yeah, there's the building. And that's where the train track runs. And the train runs all the way down there to somewhere down there. I don't know. I've never taken the train. That's cool that we've gone right over.
Britannia 227 Bravo, left turn heading 325, descent altitude 3,500 feet.
Okay, alt over Anglesey. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't that airport down there. It's this one that I have the scenery for, right here. Seeing all the cool spots today, and way over on the horizon there is our destination. Is the Republic of Ireland. Looks like those tanks are catching up, actually. Oh, well, not that one. There's a bit of a big discrepancy between these two. But these two in the middle are kind of... almost. Well, the only 80 pounds difference from the inner left and the inner right. But still a fairly big discrepancy between the outer left and the outer right. We'll see. With having the right-hand crossfeed to all engines, hopefully...
Britannia 227 Bravo, turn left heading 265, descent altitude 3,000 feet, cleared ILS 23 right.
I think we're outside the Manchester. Oh no, we're still in there. He's not paying any attention to me, really. So... All the ATC's gone offline now. It's kind of all shriveling up on a Saturday night. I would have expected it to be on a bit longer, but... you see America's warming up now. Look at all that. Well, it's not amazing, but it's more than something. Yeah, I know. I've got to do some P3D flying soon.
Travel 977 Foxtrot, expect ILS 23 right. Travel 977 Foxtrot, Vector 3 ILS approach 23 right, flying heading 340 degrees, and descent flight level 70.
I wish that little thing up in the top of the screen would disappear. It used to, and now it stays there the entire time. MS 2020 does have some outstanding, beautiful scenery under VFR conditions. It does. It has to be said. The fact that you get this quality, this standard, as stock across the whole globe is pretty amazing. All we need is some study level GA aircraft to go along with it, and we're set. We just don't have that yet, which is really sad.
Scottish Control, good evening. Climb now, flight level 190.
190, must be in the wrong place, London Control.
It's force of habit. Should still be Manchester Control in my opinion. Britannia 227 Foxtrot, Britannia 227 Bravo, contact Manchester Tower, 118 decimal 625 for 1.
Okay. I said that whenever I went feet wet, I would start descending, so... let's begin setting up for that. Okay, engine superchargers below 12,000 feet are on low. I never went above 12,000 feet, so that's fine. Windshield heat control is set. Altimeters are set. Fuel tank selectors are on main. They are indeed. Aux fuel tank selectors are off. Cross-feed controls set to off. Oh, really? But Mom... Okay. Carb air temperature controls as required. Yeah. Yeah, they're fine. Hydraulic system bypass control.
Apologies, 190, just having a few issues with electrical use BP. Thank you.
Let's go on. Wing flaps. Okay. Are you prepared for an emergency on board this aircraft in an event per se, engine failure or engine fire? I am ready for an engine failure, not an engine fire. An engine fire is going to be a bit more of an issue. But it requires pushing in some of these handles. Or pulling some of these handles. 1, 2, 3, 4. CO2 bottles, you see. I've never actually seen an engine fire in the PMDG DC6 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know that they actually graphically model the flames or the smoke, but that would be really cool to see. Anyway, let's just begin our descent. Let's put on the fasten seatbelt sign and off with the altitude control. And then we're going to gradually reduce manifold. But we need to make sure that manifold is not lower than RPM. So as we bring the manifold down, we need to bring the RPM also down. I'm going to bring the RPM down to about 1800. And then I'm going to bring the manifold pressure down to about 20. Like so. And then the aircraft will begin to descend. And we can help it actually just by notching in a few notches on the glide wheel. Okay, so cowl flaps should be fine as well. I didn't know there were negative degrees on the cowl flaps. That's a bit weird. The cylinder heads could actually do with being even... I'm going to see what that even looks like out of the water. I'm going to monitor the cylinder heads. Actually, they're in the green. They're in the green. No, I lie. They're in the green. I'll be happy with 0. Okay, let's go back to my checklist. Wing flaps. I won't get to the wing flaps yet, so I'll just sit here in the cruise like this. Yeah, but here are the fire detection test. And I believe left bank of I believe these are individual engine discharge CO2 discharge bottles, and then you can press this one for both the 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2. I've never had to do it before. I don't really want to try. Maybe when we're on the ground we can have a go and see what that looks like. I'll try that. Okay, let's just look at my course track. Okay, that's a bit weird. My course track is deviated. Oh, it's because I lost range. Okay. Well, let's start tracking Collinstown, which is 1089. Actually, that's 1112. $11.20, I meant. There we go, inbound to Collinswood, which is roughly in the right direction, and then we will join the localizer and glide. By the way, I love how these DC6 product produce a lot of drag, especially the landing gear. I would prefer you use them late, since you will be approaching from the seaside. Yeah, sure. I will do my best to keep the landing gear up until the last possible moment. Lol. Oh, hello. Okay, right. That's fine. Yeah, so... I see there's a Ryanair A320 who's currently going to probably slip in ahead of me. Right, we do have tower on. There's the Ryanair, yeah. He'll be coming in way faster than me, of course. But the tower is a 118.6. Set on standby. Okay, 9,000 feet. I need to be descending a lot faster. So let's just... get that descent rate a little bit steeper. Which, in an event you do have to perform a ditch, it's well approved. Yeah, that makes sense. If I have to ditch in the sea, you want the landing gear up. So we will follow those procedures. We will not. I have the Thrustmaster Warthog A10C replica, and then I have a Cytec throttle quadrant, which I've literally. Just this afternoon, I bought 2 brand new Logitech, well, it's now Logitech sell these, Cytec don't anymore. I bought 2 brand new ones of these because this is like 8 years old and it was secondhand when I bought it 8 years ago, so this is kind of getting a bit long in the tooth, and it's not a smooth throttle quadrant anymore. So looking forward to those. I'm going to have 2 side by side, and so I'm going to have dual throttle control at least. So at least I can have engine 1 and 2 on one lever and engine 3 and 4 on the other. So that's at least a bit of a step forward. Okay, so the airfield, I need to actually turn... I need to turn further in to the right here, I believe. Yeah. Actually, I should probably do like a go into the hold or something. So, actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go into the hold, guys, because let's go to local QNH now, because. Yeah. I'm not descending quick enough and slow enough. So. Receiving in 1 week my honeycomb throttle will be nice touch with the Alpha Yoke. Nice one, Jonathan. Yeah. Sounds great. I was holding out for years actually to buy one of the Virtual Fly all metal throttle quadrants with the Hall effect sensors, but I just don't have the money, and I can't justify the money. So I went with like I bought 2 of these brand new for 40 quid each, so 80 quid for a good set of throttle quadrants that will hopefully stand me in good stead for years to come. So I don't feel the extra money for that all metal set actually is helpful. So I think I'm going to actually do some circling over this island because yeah.
Do you have any preference on for window flight? So what is we push start rotating west for window flight?
There's the airfield. I'm just going to descend and decelerate. I don't have far to descend at this point, so...
Affirm. Third left, clear for takeoff, 3-1 echo, thanks for service, bye-bye.
Oh, the beacon should have been on. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, wing flaps is again the next check that we need to be looking for. Coming down to 4,000 feet. While we're on gyro pilot, let's go over to 113. Sorry, 111. 111. Was that 111.35? That's 111.35, and the localizer for that is 278. Set. So we're all good for our localizer. We're down through 3,600, so we've got to go down to 2,500, and then begin decelerating. So just nice big sweeping arcing turn. You can begin to see that engine number 1 discrepancy there. Down through 3,000 feet. We've got 500 feet to go. So let's level the wings at a northerly heading. There's north. And coming down through let's just make sure we hold 2,500 feet. Let's call it there. And then let's turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, coming on to the localizer. There's the glide and the localizer. In fact, let's go off with the gyro. Off.
Should have had linked by Papa 1, left on 1634, full footprint. Right now, 105.
KLM 933 established. Continue approach KLM 933. Oh, I need to turn him up. Okay. Let's begin decelling people and keeping on that glide slope and that localizer. I was looking nice on the approach. Okay. There's my first notch of flaps. Okay, it's already been screwed, so 2 notches of flaps. Okay, gear coming down.
Mike, will you be ready upon reaching?
Wait for 1,000 Mike.
1,000 Mike, thank you. Keep rolling, please, sir. Twin variable, 1 knot from my side left, your clear immediate takeoff. Fine.
2 words left.
Okay, alta marker.
1,000 Mike, thanks so much.
KLM 933, expect safe landing clearance, reduce final approach speed.
Reduce final approach speed, KLM 933. Oh, this might be a go around in a DC6. Oh, how much fun would that be? Oh, what did he say? No, he didn't mean that for me.
1 Delta Mike rolling.
Thank you.
Okay, down to 200 feet, and then we're clear. We're only landing at 200.
Correction, KLM 933, surface wind variable 1 knot, runway 28 left, you are clear to land.
Clear to land 9033. Right through the glide slope there. Nice scenery though. Middle marker. Okay, he said cross runway 1634, link 4 stand 125. Oh, goodness sake. Sorry guys.
KLM 933, you're very welcome to Dublin. You can taxi right Sierra, left Whiskey 1, hold short runway 1634.
Taxi right on Sierra, hold Whiskey 1 for runway, hold at runway 16, KLM 9033. Okay, let's just get hold of that. Okay, Sierra, Whiskey 1. Okay, Sierra and Whiskey 1. Copy. Okay, I know what's going on now. It just took me a second. I'll have a look. I'll watch the video back later and actually see what the landing rate and stuff and rewatch that. But that's a nice scenery, though. Not sure what that is. I went through the approach, cow flaps. Flaps up. Prop governor, full forward. Cabin, depressurized. Propeller de-icer is off. Position lights are steady and landing lights are off. Transponder goes on standby.
KLM 933, crossway 1634, taxi link 4, standard choice, please.
Cross runway 16, taxi stand of choice via link 4, KLM 9033. Oh, that was timely. That was timely. Via link 4. Okay. Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah, they do look good, Ike. Well, ladies and gents, thank you so much for joining me on this flight. It's been a really fun one. PMDG and Microsoft Flight Simulator know how to make a good-looking setup. And I'm going to use the AFE for parking. So on ground power. And there we go, ladies and gents. Thank you very much for watching. And MSFS is going to continue. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. That was a lot of fun. Here we are at Dublin. If we go to real world time, we'll see what the airfield looks like at nighttime now. Ooh. Ooh. Cool. Well, folks, this has been a great flight. I am tired, so I'm going to go to bed. It's like 11 p.m. Thank you very much for joining. I will see you later, hopefully soon, again. Hoping to bring some P3D content soon in the Constellation by A2A Simulations and other A2A Simulations aircraft. I need to get back into them. And some other stuff. So, that's it from me. Have a good evening.